One Pride, what's going on? It's your boy, T. Back at it again with another episode of Talking with T. And in today's episode, I'm going to be explaining why the NFC North is ours for the taking here in 2023. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video. And I know it's just week one, but I learned a lot from this NFC North in week one. So let's go from the Bears to the Vikings to the Green Bay Packers to us. So without further ado, let's get right into the Chicago Bears. I was so sick of the Chicago's Bears fan. I was hearing them chirp all season long. We got way better than the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are suck. It's just the Detroit Lions organization. Really? Because when you guys went out there, you guys had all off season coming in against the Packers without Aaron Rodgers. You have a chance to win the game, and to show that in front of your home crowd was just awesome to watch as a Lions fan, because hearing you guys chirp, Justin Fields is an MVP candidate, and I drafted him in fantasy. I wanted him to ball out this year, and he still sucked. And then you got DJ Moore coming over from Carolina, gets 2 catches for 14 or 20 yards. That's awful. You traded your number one pick for that. You got 2 yards for 14 catches. He should be at least getting 5-6 touches a game at least. And then Darnell Mooney, and then your offense was just so predictable the whole game. He knew it was going to be a handoff. He knew Fields was going to run. They weren't passing the ball at all. And how about Chase Claypool, man? That guy is terrible. Comes over from the Steelers. You think he's going to do something on Chicago, and he's awful. Why don't you give Equinam and St. Brown a little bit of love on offense, man? See what he can do, because the St. Brown brother over here is balling out for the Detroit Lions. I thought it was hilarious, and they spent all that money on their defense, and their defense gave up a lot of points to Jordan Love, and Jordan Love looked pretty good against the Chicago Bears, but I think the Chicago Bears are just looking just as bad as they were last year. Spent all that money on their defense for a linebacker who's really good in coverage to give up so much yards to Aaron Jones. He was their leading receiver the whole game, and he was tearing them up, and they spent that much money on a linebacker to cover that, and they just look awful. I'm not worried about Chicago at all. I think we're going to spank the Chicago Bears left and right this whole year. Now let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings. I love seeing the Minnesota Vikings lose at home to Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because a week before the season, I read an article from Sports Illustrated, one of their beat writers, and they said the Vikings were going to be the number 1 team in the division, the Bears were going to be number 2, the Packers were going to be number 3, and guess where you have the Detroit Lions, number 4. Why did you have the Detroit Lions at number 4? Because history. He says it's the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions aren't going to be any good. Well, guess what? We just proved you wrong. We went into Thursday night in Arrowhead and beat the defending Super Bowl champions, while you guys hosted a lackluster Tampa Bay team and lost at home. You guys look like you're going to have a lot more issues than we are this year, and now you got to go on the road to Philly this week. It'll have fun starting 0-2 this year. That's awesome. I'm so pumped that the Detroit Lions are probably about to have a 2-game lead on the Minnesota Vikings after this weekend. So have fun sucking this year, Minnesota. And now let's get to the Green Bay Packers, the team that could give us a little bit of a run for our money for the NFC North this year. Jordan Love looked pretty solid the other day. Their offense looked really good. Aaron Jones looked really good. Romeo Doubs looked really good. And they were missing Christian Watson. And I know they were playing the Chicago Bears, and I think the Chicago Bears are really just that bad. That's why I think the that's why I think the Green Bay Packers aren't going to really threaten us a little bit. I really want to see how they look against Atlanta this week, because the next 2 games are, we got Seattle this week, which we should win, and I'll make a preview video in the next couple days about that game. But you got Atlanta this week against Green Bay. Then we play Atlanta, and then we play Green Bay. So whatever we see out of this game, we're going to pretty much know what to expect with the next few games coming up. But we got to take care of business against Seattle. We take care of business against Seattle, and we see what happens with this Green Bay game against Atlanta. It's going to be fun. And then we go on the road to Green Bay. This is going to be fun. That's where I really think we're going to either start running away with the division, or we're going to be neck and neck with the Green Bay Packers, which I really think it could be a neck and neck race with the Green Bay Packers, because Jordan Love didn't look awful. He was making NFL throws, but it was the Chicago Bears, and the Chicago Bears weren't getting any pressure, and the Chicago Bears just looked awful. I'm sorry this is like more of a Chicago Bears rant, but they were just chirping all offseason. The Lions aren't this. The Vikings, same with the Vikings. Lions aren't this. Well, guess what? I firmly believe that the Detroit Lions will go 6-0 in the division, and this division is ours. We look very good on defense. We're hungry. We're young. We play for each other. Everyone's loving each other. It's a good time to be a Detroit Lions fan. I've been saying it in countless videos how excited I am for this season, but it's different. This year, it's our division for the taking, man. We are far better than every team in this division. We're better than the Green Bay Packers by a little bit. The Green Bay Packers got a really good defense. That's someone we should be a little bit scared of. But right now, it looks like it's our division for the taking. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please keep helping this channel grow. I really appreciate you guys. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one.